Welcome to week 6. And this week we're talking about habits and how to change bad habits. The ones that you don't like, the good habits, like brushing your teeth, you want to keep those, but the bad habits, yeah, they got to go. And one of the biggest bad habits we have is negative thinking, or the way that we allow our brain to run rampant without any control. That's a bad habit. And we need to change that. And you might have noticed from last week with the gratitudes that your brain doesn't want to change. Maybe you thought, I don't want to start a new something. I don't want to try that. But if you got yourself to do it, you notice, wow, that was good, and it worked really well. And that's what we want to do with Get a Grip is work through the thinking skills that we need to develop and get rid of the ones that we need to let go. So changing a habit takes work. It takes consistency, and it takes tricks. There are tricks to do this. So the first thing that I like people to do is make their bed every stinking day. Now, is it something that we necessarily want to do? No. But if we can hold ourselves accountable to make our bed, then we can hold ourselves accountable to do many things. And that's what we want to be able to do. Now, as an educator, I always got the parents to teach their kids or help their kids to make their bed every day. Now, I'm not saying that you can make the bed first thing in the morning because maybe somebody's still in your bed and you can't make the bed. Or maybe you really seriously do not have time 1 or 2 mornings. So then you just do it when you can, but you have to do it every day because you're trying to teach yourself that you can be held accountable to a task. Now, I'm not talking about just randomly throwing the covers up and, just making a mess of it. No, I'm talking about hotel crisp, organized, beautifully done bed. That's what I'm looking for, because you want to hold yourself to that high standard. Now, why? Well, because it's easy for us to go, well, that's good enough. And you know what? You don't want good enough. For you, good enough isn't good enough. You've got to be doing things really well because it's for you, nobody else. So this making of the bed, I want you to do every day from henceforth, and then see how that makes you feel, because it's interesting. It's interesting how different people come across it, and it makes them feel differently. Then the making of the bed helps you change a habit, and changing habits isn't easy. Changing a habit, it takes consistency and not hard work, but it just takes all the time doing it over and over again. So one of the things that you do is you attach your new habit to a habit that you already do. So let's say you brush your teeth. Well, then you could attach another habit to do at that time, like doing your gratitudes while you're brushing your teeth. So you put them together so that it's easier for you to do follow through and remember to do it because you're already doing that other one. Maybe you go on a walk every evening. Well, then with that habit, you can put in noticing joy, right, for the day or whatever it is. Going to the gym is an interesting one. I go to the gym 5 days a week, and the way that I get myself to do that is now I'm addicted to it because I like the way I feel. But to begin with, I had to set out my clothes and set out my shoes and set out all my gear so that in the morning I had no excuse for not doing it, because that's the trick, right? You can make up excuses. And the other thing is we only have so much cognitive energy. And so if we keep changing our mind all day long, then that is something that unravels us and it really wears us down. So changing a habit is about deciding to do something and actually doing it. And that actually builds your self-esteem. And then attaching new habits to old ones that you already have. And that works. The habits that you want to develop are up to you, right? But for me, with this what I'm talking about here is thinking habits. We want to change the way we think. And so just to begin with, all I want you to do is catch yourself thinking. That's it. Just catch yourself thinking, because normally when we go, ooh, what are you thinking? Oh, nothing. I'm thinking nothing. So it takes a while to do it. So you could check in while you're brushing your teeth, or while you're taking your evening walk, or while you're having your lunch that you do every day by yourself. You have lunch, so you have a few minutes to yourself. That's when you would do it because you already have a habit formed. So habits, changing them, it's going to take some work, but you can do it. And the other thing that you need to do is decide why. What's the importance? Why do you want to change a habit? And once you have that down, it makes it a lot easier, because you're already invested as to, yeah, I want to do that. I really do. So this week, I want you to try something new, a very simple thing. I always like to do it like baby steps, like in the movie What About Bob? You know, his therapist said, okay, we're going to do baby steps to the elevator. We're going to do baby steps here and baby steps there. So it was just little teeny tiny bits of progress towards your goal. And that's what you do. You just start simple. Like if you've never washed the dishes or kept the sink clean of dishes, then you just start with one dish, just doing one dish. And you work up from there. Or if you want to dust, right? You dust for 5 minutes, right? Instead of thinking I have to dust the whole house, this is going to drive me crazy. You just do 5 minutes worth, set a timer and do 5 minutes, and you'd be surprised how much you get done. So you're just building habits with baby steps. So I like that. What about Bob? Baby steps here, baby steps there. So try it out this week. Just try out something simple, something small. I want you to catch yourself thinking, so you just do it once a day, right? You don't have to do it 15 times a day, just once. Start small, attach it to one thing that you already do, and see how you can finally hear what you're saying to yourself, because you are saying things all day long. We have something like over 6,000 thoughts a day, and you don't even hear most of them. So give it a shot, see what you think. Trust me. Okay? All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.